Hello, everyone. I
How?
am late.
Yeah, we were
Ah,
busy talking about corn. Sorry.
it makes the juice.
It's
It
corn.
has the juice. It's corn. I can tell you
Ah,
all about it. Anyways, we're here.
ah.
We're live. Welcome back, everyone, to the hell are we doing? Dungeons and Dragons. That's what we're
What are we doing?
doing. Not me forgetting I'm running the whole thing. But
The host is the
if you
most.
haven't, since I almost forgot that we are streaming and I forgot to subscribe with my Twitch Prime, so I'll do that now. You all should as well. Thank you. Um, let's go, y'all. Let's do it. But anyhow, it's my 6 month anniversary. Woohoo! We've been playing this for much longer than 6 months, and just so we can all remember what happened in these past, I don't know, 2 weeks, the hell did you guys do?
Well, first things first, we had a moment with Ginger, who was very not happy with our splendid performance with Harold and Mina. Mi-
Mina.
Mina, yeah, Mina, that lady, yeah, and
Wait, that
and
was with Gilly, not
oh,
with Ginger.
Yeah, Gilly, thank you, thank you. So we had that conversation with Gilly, and then we like kind of had a little hug out moment where we all like talked to her for a second, and then we went, "What should we do now? Guess we'll roam around," and that led to hey Winslow, what was that?
That
What was the
place.
name of that?
Tiberius.
Tiberius, yes, that
Let's not
lovely
talk about
creature.
it. Let's not talk about it.
Yeah. Why, Miles? Why? What was his like whole thing
Well,
with you about Miles?
the problem with Siberius was actually that he's still alive and that he came back from wherever it was he was supposed to be forever.
Oh, but why was he so drawn to you? Wasn't he your
I mean,
beloved?
let's be realistic. Everyone should be drawn to me, but this was just a little bit much, you know.
I think he wanted some fun time.
Look.
Wait, did you banish him this time? I can't remember
Yes, I
how
did
long you
banish
dealt
him.
with him.
I did banish him.
I cannot remember, but I thought he resisted it or something. I don't know.
No,
It,
it's just that banishment is apparently more temporary than one would like it to be.
uh, and then you all watched me do extraordinarily somehow well with gambling against Bucky, who is 100% a character that is great for viewers or people who want to have a fun time. Not so great for anyone trying to have a sane conversation.
I don't know
But
what you're talking about. I think he's just fine.
he is quite good.
I know.
He gave he gave us potato recipe. But and that's a goal. Miles is mostly paid off. We also talked to Martha, and
Mhm.
this video I really, yeah, I mean, I really, really may have buried the biscuit as to
Stupid
how
bitch.
bad that night went. But she kind of got the gist of it anyway. She kind of knew what was going on there, and we tried to go talk to Harold, and he was busy. He was he was he was having a good time.
He was busy.
And yeah, he told us to leave. If I remember right, he legit came out and told us to get the fuck out of there. And Winslow was unfortunately stapled to Miles' side for the entire night.
Yeah.
And
Not for the night,
uh,
for the whole stay in Cuckoo.
yeah, for like the entire stay in Coop. And I believe I believe we discussed where we were gonna go. No, Haribo went off on his own somewhere. We didn't know where, but apparently it was to steal things from Martha. And he did this as a little bitty mouse in his little mousy plan. And I think I this was a few episodes ago, but I think he also saw like cats boinking. I don't, I don't remember. I wasn't there. Hey, this is Haribo's story. I'm just trying my best.
Yeah,
with
I think that did
Haribo.
happen. I
Yeah,
think
and then
just
Haribo was like, "This looks important, but I can't read." And he ran his little happy mouse self all the way back to the tavern where he approached, I believe, Miles. Were we all there? I don't remember if we were all there.
Yeah, you all were there.
Okay, so he approached us all and goes, "Claw!" And now we're here.
well, well, we went to the
Mhm.
church because we wanted to get away from prying ears and eyes.
Oh yeah, that's right. And
To a
also,
safe space.
I don't remember where it was that we talked, why it was that we did this, but oh yeah, it was when we talked to Gilly. That's why I put myself in the box. Oh, we exposed Ginger, didn't we? Didn't we expose Ginger by accident?
What?
That was totally a thing. Yeah, because one of the we went downstairs and I was just trying to mess with Jarvin, and Ginger kind of exposed herself in disguise as someone else. That happened. That was the thing that happened, and she went off on us for getting too close and trying to do stupid shit. And I don't think any of us were actually planning on it. That was just a happy accident for us. I think she was mad, and I almost
This
exposed
was-
that we knew more about Gilly than intended.
Mhm.
Yeah, that happened, right?
Oh, sure. I mean, that did happen. Yes. That was a thing. Sure.
I didn't know if it was important, so I just threw it in there.
Golly.
You knew what you were in for when I did the ring. Have you ever heard my end card caps?
I'm more so confused at the order that you said everything in.
That's
You
true. Yeah, there wasn't.
started at
There really
So
wasn't
many
an
are-
order. It was just a list of things that happened.
Let's just remember that Zminiar was drunk when this was all going down.
but you were not. So anyways. So let us
There.
did anyone else want to try to do a more cohesive recap before I just do it? Anybody else? Any takers?
Well, I mean, I think he hit all the points in out of order, albeit. Yeah, we just
Yeah, make
started.
sense of it.
We started in the hall where we left Gilly after she told us that we just had to stick to the plan. She told us, I think somebody told us where Harold was staying. We went to visit Harold. Harold had 2 guards stationed outside. One of them happened to be Ginger. One of them was Jarvin. And we kept trying to get in, even though they kept keeping us out. And then we were being loud enough that Prince Harold, half dressed and buttoning up his pants, with Cyrus motioning to come back to bed,
Yes,
came out
accurate.
and kicked us out. So we went back to the gala, and
Yeah.
I think we did some, just hanging out until Siberius showed up, and I'm just like, we gotta get the fuck out. So we left and went back to the inn. And at the inn, we started gambling because what else are we gonna do with the rest of our night when we
Yeah.
have an important meeting coming up in a couple of days or something like that. And
Mhm.
so Ziminyar is gambling because he owes me money, and Haribo doesn't owe me money, so Haribo leaves. Haribo goes and finds out what Martha's up to. Martha's just writing notes. He steals Martha's diary. Good times. He also checks in on Harold and Cyrus, who are freaky deaky. And then he comes back and says to me, I found this, but I still can't read. And so I'm like, okay, let's go somewhere quiet. And so we find our way to the church, all of us. And so Ziminyar is tasked with putting up a soundproof barrier, while
Oh
the rest of
yeah,
us
that,
Had lagging on my end, like as an internet hole, so I figured it was.
please don't do this. Don't do this.
I don't know. Can someone confirm?
Well, you know what? I will check it on my phone and maybe should again. Wait.
I
Hello.
love technical difficulties.
And now we're going again.
Yeah, I said refresh. Can you hear me?
Now
Yeah.
I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, just to refresh. Anyways, so we're in the church now. Hopefully,
Correct.
I didn't cut it off too much.
No, I'm sure we didn't. Well, yep, so you guys are chilling in the church. And for now, you guys can go. Golly, there.
Ooh.
That is
Good
the right
God.
screen, right? Yeah, I did. Okay.
No!
Scared me. I was like, oh no, did I take them to the wrong one? Can't scare me like that. So yeah, you all are in there, and after you saw Wallace Jr.
Junior.
kind of clean the whole place out, and then you guys were there. You know what? This looks like an accurate depiction of what I assume is this place. So yeah, what you guys doing while you all having a fun time? And you got the letter, and
Yeah, so what are the contents of the letter, since we're waiting on Haribo a little bit?
yeah. So the contents of the letter, from what we spoke about last stream, was essentially just kind of an update on what you guys had did and how they found out that Gilly had escaped from her room and more than likely, quote unquote, ran into them. And then that is where we ended last session.
Oh, is them just always us?
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably.
It was vague according to the letter. Oh, I'm watching it Saturday
we're
with
actually
my
back.
friend group.
Allegedly.
We're back.
Allegedly.
We're back. Allegedly, yeah.
This internet, man. It wasn't a problem until today. Well, it was a little bit of a
Truly.
problem last week, but
Yeah.
It
Wow.
knows. It knows.
Imagine having the worst luck right now. Because now my internet froze up.
But you
No.
can hear me.
Oh.
So I can't see anything. So
Well,
it's
it's-
all on you guys.
Well, it's fine because we can hear you. So
Well, that's
Yes.
good.
You use your imagination.
For sure. So
Are
you
the
guys.
camels that are in the picture in the city?
Why not? Sure.
Cool.
They can be there. They could be in the city. They can have camels here. That seems accurate.
I wonder if it might be like a Twitch issue. Though I suspect there'd be more information about it if it were.
Maybe. So you guys are reading this letter and pretty much getting a rundown of what our recap was and how Gilly kind of snuck out and ran into them. What do you all want to do with this knowledge? Do you
Yeah,
want
I was
to
gonna
go
say,
back?
there's no real reason for them to be so vague about it when the only them that's anywhere is us, and the only she that's anywhere is usually Saris.
Yeah.
Maybe it's being a little vague because they aren't cool with who we're not cool with. You know, like maybe Gilly isn't supposed to be talking to us or something. I don't know.
What's the problem with Gilly talking to us? She's talked to us all her life since we met
Yeah,
her.
but we're not
4
supposed
years
to.
ago.
Maybe we're not supposed to know that she's back. I mean, she wasn't exactly wearing her own skin, as you could say.
Oh yeah, I suppose that's correct.
In fact, it wouldn't be surprising if, if Martha's
Wait
helping
a second,
us out with this
aren't
whole...
you supposed to not be able to talk? Aren't you behind those walls that if you talk...
Wait, are we in the box right now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we are. Okay, yeah, so I didn't say any of that. That never happened. You can't prove it.
Alright, good. Thank goodness. Anyways, yeah, so maybe they're being vague because they know that Gilly isn't supposed to be talking to us. God, I'm so smart.
The plagiarism. The absolute.
This seems
No,
like the
I
Miles
changed-
thing to do.
I changed the sentence structure a little bit, it's fine.
Dude. Miles is that kid that straight stole from Wikipedia
Oh
and
my
changed
God.
like 3 articles
Yeah,
Oh,
works.
and still
Oh my
had the
God.
audacity to put his citations down.
Well, the audacity was to claim that my teacher
Miles'
is
citations
lying.
would be Miles'
Myself.
sources. Myself, yeah.
Myself 20 seconds ago.
Yeah, very good.
Because I'm great.
Focus. So,
Oh,
what does what are we gonna do when we meet Hamlet? Because isn't the whole point of this to meet Hamlet? Winslow, since you're the only one who can contribute while Harbo is taking a nap.
I mean, yes, I suppose that is true. That is our goal.
But what are we just gonna run into Solomon again? Take another quick trip to another quick alternate dimension? Another plane where we can't use any magic or anything? Is that...
Well, if we do, I hope we don't do that, because then we might mess more things up.
Well, that's not really on us. We didn't mess anything up to begin with.
And I guess that stuff's out of our control, so how are we supposed to know if that happens? If we're supposed to do that, even?
Well, we should probably have our own plans still. You know,
Well,
so
I don't think it would be a good idea to search out this Solomon fella.
Isn't that the entire purpose of why we're even here in Kupu?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if it's not a good idea, maybe we just rethink this whole trip.
Well, then I guess we should find him.
Maybe we should just start making some plans. Let me, and Tori, I guess this would be a question for you. I should have some contacts in the city that probably are handy in different ways. Would I be able to procure something that could, um, I guess, automatically dispel a spell that's coming at us? Or counterspell it, perhaps? I forget what spells exactly exist in 5e.
Yeah, I think it's just dispel magic is what that one is.
I mean, dispel magic, yes, but dispel magic isn't a reaction. I need like a reaction. Well,
Yeah,
if it's baked into an item, maybe it'll be.
yeah.
It can trigger.
I would assume that you probably had some connections somewhere along the lines of that.
Is written into my character, and I can. One second.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, you guys are alone in the church right now. Just like, so you don't need the box. It's
I
not.
thought Winston's son, I forget the kid's name, was somewhere
Wallace
around
Jr.?
here. Yeah, Wallace Jr.
Yeah. Well, he's here. What the hell's he gonna do with them? No. Anyways, do what you
Yeah,
want.
false identity. So I should have plenty of contacts that are related to my second identity.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm gonna start writing letters to ask for it, to try and procure said item. Or I guess multiple versions of it. But it might be a while. And I believe our meeting is happening tomorrow, right?
The day. Yeah, tomorrow.
Okay. Well, that's not gonna work then. Nice try. Okay, well, if we don't need the box, if Wallace Jr. is trustworthy, which I'm willing to trust him, look at what a good boy he's been.
Mm-hmm. So you lower the box.
Well, that's on Ziminyar.
Yeah.
Ziminyar? Can you hear us?
Oh, I can hear. Of course, I can hear you. I was in the box.
Okay. Yeah, we can lower that now. We decided that we don't really care if Wallace Jr. hears, because nobody's gonna take his word over mine.
Are you sure about that? Are you absolutely positive about that?
Yes.
I mean, surely the person who owns this magnificent church of squatters would never have anyone overstate, anything he says and stuff.
Ziminyar, have you seen the basement of... Never mind. It's, I'll try.
Why? What's in the basement?
It's only
So
special
video gets really
churchgoers.
close to Miles. What's
Only,
in the
only
basement,
special
Miles?
churchgoers can really go down there. You have to be part
uh-huh.
of a very select group.
Oh yeah, is that one little
You're just
dude
not
you got
important.
cleaning?
You're just not important enough for it.
Is that one little dude in here? Is he down there? Has he gone down there? Has he
No,
made it up?
he's literally up there polishing the altar. Focus.
Okay, fine, but like,
What's your
it's
plan,
bullshit that he
Ziminyar?
gets to go in there and I don't. I don't know what the plan is. Like, I don't know
We
what
just
really to
show
do.
up and we go
Right.
back to Silent Meadows or whatever.
Silent Meadow? What? Are you talking about those weird buildings with the
Yeah. I thought
fog?
the name kind of fits the atmosphere, don't you? Don't you think?
Yeah, no,
It's a
yeah,
very
Silent
original
Meadows,
name.
that's, yeah. What were we talking about?
Your plan? Oh my god.
I don't
You've been-
really know.
You've been hunting this man for, I presume, 6-7 years? More, maybe? Since...
I honestly don't know. I don't know how many years I've been awake, to be honest.
Wow, and you've not made a plan in this whole time.
Oh no, the plan was to basically join the whatever the hell we were before this. Join them, which I didn't. I just kind of joined you guys. Find a way to work for a group of people that might be able to get me around more often. and hopefully find this guy. And we've kind of been finding him, and it actually has been sort of working out. Except every time we see him, he knocks us the fuck out, which is a problem.
And that's
My
why we
plan-
need a plan.
Well, okay, I don't
How
really
can we-
know.
For when he randomly knocks us out.
That's exactly why, if we had a plan like 6 months ago, we could have gotten some magic items that would prevent that, perhaps.
Hey! To be fair, I don't remember any of his like weapons or anything. When he knocked me out, I wasn't exactly aware. And when I woke up, I didn't even know how much time had passed. So you'll forgive me if I don't know exactly what he was going to use against us, and I
Okay,
didn't even know he was going to be there at the cemetery place or taxidermy place, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Why am I gonna forgive you for this? It sounds like we're going straight into to our death, basically, with no plan. It's just we're just gonna hope that this time something magical, some sort of deity, chooses to shine its light upon us and make us stronger than him.
No, it's not. No. I'm not thinking anything like that. When you said plan, I just meant like how to find him. Because when it comes to that, I have no idea. We've literally just been looking into him lately. And
Alright, but
as
what
far
are you
as
gonna
fighting
do?
him, hold on. Let me say. As far as fighting him, I was thinking you could use one of your illusions to lure him out as bait. One of your illusions with me. I do not mind being a bit of a damage sponge. We all know I've gotten used to it. Me and your illusion can be bait whenever we find him. When he attacks us, you and Winslow and Haribo can do your things. And if I'm alive still, I will help you.
And what if he has the power of the egg at his disposal?
The power of the what at his disposal?
The egg, the mystical
Well-
divine artifact that we've been searching for the last 4 years. Just because.
To be completely honest, I don't even know if it's a person or not. That's my own guess, anyways. But if he had the power of the egg, I'm pretty sure we wouldn't remember anything about him. I mean, okay, I'm not a good example, but you guys remember him, and I remember his last time attacking us. So I don't think that's the case. I think he just got me really good when he knocked me out the first time. But
We don't even know
yeah.
why he's
If he had the
been.
power of the egg, like, would he really be Hamlet's like lesser if he had the power of the egg? That he'd probably be God right now.
What makes you think that
something.
he's Hamlet's lesser?
I don't know, because we've seen him more. I get. Well, we haven't seen him more than Hamlet. I don't know. Hamlet's been doing all this time bendy God stuff and throwing Gilly off of buildings and framing me for it, and he's in multiple dimensions. Why?
And you're
I've
saying
seen one
Solomon.
Solomon.
You're saying Solomon can't do this because you haven't seen him do this.
Well, yeah. Plus, I don't know. Why would he keep leaving us alive if he had that kind of power?
Well, I'm pretty sure he's leaving us alive because he doesn't want, not for any reason aside from just because he can, There's nothing. There's
Yeah, but
not
he's
really
gotta-
anything stopping him from killing us. Which is why we
That's
need a
true.
plan.
And hey, that's why I'm trying to make one. We're using myself as bait, because the guy obviously knows that I have it out for him. Otherwise, he wouldn't have attacked us to start with. Or at the very least, he wouldn't have, I don't know, talked smack.
Alright. Okay, so we have the smallest semblance of a plan. We'll use Ziminyar as bait and then run away.
No, not run away. What part
Well,
of
Anyways.
attack!
is that what you took from me saying do your thing? Is that what doing your thing means?
No,
Riles
I'll
running away?
be collecting information. And then
Collected information.
and
Yes,
then
that's
getting
what
myself
you're.
to safety.
It seems like you want to offer Zeminiar as a sacrifice.
Not a bad idea.
No, we've already talked about that, and I think he's trying. But at one point, do one thing at a time, Winslow. But back to the plan. Winslow, do you have a plan? You have any idea I mean, he's a paladin. Does that help? Does that help narrow down our choices of what we should do to
Wait,
attack
how'd you
him?
find that out?
What?
How did you find that out?
I mean, I did meet the guy.
Uh-huh. What does
He
he
did knock
like?
me out. What?
What was he like when you met him?
Do you not remember when he knocked us out? Did you
No,
not
but
stay
I
awake
didn't
long
meet
enough
him
to
at
see
the
him?
time. I was straight up walking knocked out.
Oh. Hey, that means I was awake longer than you.
You're about to not be. I was awake longer than you when we fought that dragon.
You know what? Fair. But, since he's paladin who may or may not have the power of the egg, I suggest that we either A, find some strength ourselves, B, find the actual egg, or
Yeah, before we meet Hamlet tomorrow. What's our plan with Hamlet? What are we gonna
okay,
talk to Hamlet about?
okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. My main plan has been doing horrible things to Solomon. I don't even know where to start with Hamlet. I really don't. And while I can't get into too much of why, just know there's a reason why I said don't talk about Hamlet plans in front of me.
Right.
I don't know.
But at the same time, we could just ask you anything we want to ask Hamlet. That way he could have a carefully crafted answer for us, right?
The irony.
Like somebody else actually doing these laughs.
Alright.
Well, Irene, feel free. Anytime you want to roll that dice and ask me a question for Hamlet, feel free. I'll ask him. Do it. Do it right now. Fire away.
What, I ask you, Hamlet, is your greatest wish? Alright, we're waiting. Alright, well, he can get back to us when we see him.
Oh, I'm sorry. He says he can't have one. There is your all-encompassing wisdom answer.
Wait, did he really say that?
I don't know, maybe.
Oh, well.
Who knows? If he did, trust me, it wouldn't be any better than that.
Well, I mean, I'm just wondering if that came from you or from the other you.
What other me? What do you mean? Have you met another me?
Yeah,
When?
you know, when you're not being an idiot.
You're just fucking with me now, aren't you?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm not. And he didn't split me in half for telling you about him, so yeah, that was Hamlet.
So how did you find yourself under his thumb anyway?
I literally, you know how I just you just asked a very easy answer kind of question, and you just got some vague response back about not being able to have one. Yeah, that's kind of like how I've been with this entire situation. I think I'm just kind of his entertainment. I don't know.
Alright.
So, but there is one thing that I can say since I still can breathe. He doesn't have much knowledge of this universe's Hamlet. To be fair, I also don't know if he's a lying sack of shit and might be this universe's Hamlet, just talking through another version of himself. I don't know. But that is the one thing he has told me. Out of all the things he wouldn't tell me is that he is not the same Hamlet as the one in this universe, nor is. Okay, I can't say the next part actually. That would be too far. Guaranteed.
Alright then.
Sorry, probably shouldn't have said that. Anyways, so yeah, that's what I know about Hamlet. That's what I can divulge about Hamlet at the very least. And as far as Solomon goes, I got the best way to handle someone that can make you fall asleep is to find a way to not fall asleep.
Lots
Anyone
of
got
coffee.
any bright ideas?
Lots of coffee, yes.
Isn't coffee expensive?
Is what expensive?
Coffee?
Yes. Especially in Cuckoo.
How much is it?
If you have to ask, you can't afford it.
You know, like out of game, that I like really believe that just because this is supposed to be like medieval. Back in game. Well, how are we gonna stay awake against this guy then? If we do fight him.
Maybe some sort of wisdom save?
Don't you know any spells, oh great Miles?
Let me see if I have sleep prepared.
Isn't that what we don't want to do?
Well, that's what I might want to do to you people.
Wait, what? Are you gonna sell us out to this Solomon dude because he's also for the church?
I gotta say, that does not sound like the worst plan right now.
Miles.
And I should know. I know, because what sounds like the worst plan is the one we just discussed.
Miles, come on. It
Right.
might be a part of the church, but like, don't you want to make a better church, Miles?
What makes you think I'm not already the best church?
Exactly, Miles, and he is beneath you. But he wants to act better than you. Better than all of us. But better than you.
Well, I don't really care what he wants to act like.
Well, so don't
I
you
heard a
just wanna-
saying while I was out on the street the other day. I heard a saying. Perhaps you might have heard it. It's been going around cuckoo. Bees don't spend their time convincing flies that honey is better than shit.
Do you want to try redoing that a little bit?
Bees don't spend their time convincing flies that honey is better than shit.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm the bee. He's the fly.
I just figured you were the kind of guy that would snuff out all pretenders or whatever. You're not that fun.
I don't see how you got that idea.
Miles, there wasn't. Whatever happened to those people that went into was it the basement? The basement or was it the attic?
Nobody went into the basement. None of you are important enough for the basement. Stop asking about the basement.
Alright.
One day
Fine.
you'll be important enough to see the basement. I promise. But not today.
Alright, fine. Whatever. Someday I'll be sacrificed. But
That's not what I said. What? You can't just assume these things. Holy moly. It's so rude.
anyways. So I guess that even though we could keep planning about this, Winslow kind of brought up a point in fact that we're only going off of me and Haribo's reasonings to fight this guy. Other than the fact that he totally made you look like a wimp. Points at Miles when I say that. And do you guys really want to help us out with this?
I mean, I honestly don't see a good reason to do it. Winslow?
Well,
Well,
I feel like you're going to need our help, so seems as much of a reason as any.
I always knew you were a good dude, Winslow.
I don't know if it really seems like that good of a deal. Of a reason. Winslow, what do you really get out of this? This could cost you your whole life.
Yeah, but then he might also get to murder, and what fun? And there's so much fun in that.
Where's the fun in murder and pointless slaughter?
You're the
Please.
one that burned a whole bunch of people.
Now, you don't know any of that.
Well, like he gets to use his great axe if he tries to do a murder. And what more joy in the world is there than using a great axe?
I can't believe you guys are so blasé about literally the idea of killing people. Have some respect. In the
Miles,
church,
you
no
collect-
less.
Miles, you collect blood randomly.
I stomp off. And I shout as I leave. There's a lot of power in blood. It's very important. And I go
Would you tell
to
me
one of the backups.
if I joined your damn church? Would you finally tell me what the hell the purpose of the blood is? Because seriously, it's not in the poach
I've already
hotel.
left. I've already left.
What?
I left. I stormed off.
Hmm.
I look at Winston. What now would we do?
Well, you could check out the basement.
Winslow, this is why I gave you that beer mug. Let's do it.
Well, don't I still have to go with Miles?
Oh, you do.
Yeah.
The door
Yes,
is
Kitty.
quite locked, just FYI. In fact, actually, it's not entirely obvious that there's any door at all.
What? Can I use arcane? She's like, why are you guys doing this?
I was waiting for you to finish the sentence. You were like, "Can I use arcane?" Which isn't anything.
Arcana. I'm gonna use arcane to see if I could find anything on the way down to the basement magical.
No.
All
You won't
right,
find anything.
can I investigate?
Sure. Nope. You find nothing.
Damn. So even with the 21, I didn't find his wall door.
Nope.
Damn. Very
You
well
did
hidden.
not. You found a spot that looks suspicious, but when you fucked around with it, you just were like, nope, that was just an odd looking area because you didn't find anything.
Well, as many are with his feathers ruffled, just being all like, "Me, I know this basement. He said there's a basement." And he just goes up and tries to catch up with Winslow and Miles.
And as you're going up the stairs, you see, per usual, Wallace Jr. just kind of cleaning, and he looks at you, and he's just eyeing you very heavily. He's like, "Do not disrespect Father Brutus. Father Brutus is Father Brutus. Don't disrespect him." And as you just walk past, when he just kind of mumbles that over and over again.
I forgot that
You,
was Father Brutus too.
Zemeniar stops and looks back at the Wallace Jr. with the smile. And he just kind of grabs his newest sword. And then he just keeps walking.
Don't dirty
He
it.
almost died last episode.
So you catch up with them, and you all go back to the tavern to go sleep, or
I was gonna commune with my god before that.
that's fair.
I think I'd have to prepare a special spell though to be able to ask directly if I want any kind of information. But I just wanted to ask from Takori if the meeting tomorrow would bring him closer to his goal and what he wanted out of Hamlet.
He answers yes.
Very good. But is there kind of a what he wants out of Hamlet and how I could better serve him in this?
He just kind of says, "Keep doing what you're doing."
Alright, I guess
You're doing well.
with that, I'll just spend the night at my church because I'm sick of Ziminyar.
Oh, well, Winslow, I guess you sleep here too.
I guess so.
Oh yeah, you can't leave.
Well, so you all sleep in your respective places, wherever you choose to sleep. And we are going to start with Zeminiar, who went back to the tavern, right? With Haribo, I
Yep.
guess we'll say. You picked up Haribo's sleepy slew body, and you then go to bed. You wake up in the morning, and you have go downstairs, and you see everyone's a bit more groggy than normal as they partied hard last night. They're all feeling it, and you get some breakfast, and you hear the little door jingle, or not jingle, the little bell, and you see that Lady Martha walks in there. And she's kind of looking around and spots you and walks up to you both at the bar. And she's like, "Good morning."
Morning, Lady Martha. What brings you to this lowly tavern?
"Oh, I just asked Prince Harold to stop by. He said he needed to tell you guys something, but oh, what was it? He's in the carriage, but he's taking a nap. He apparently had a hard night or whatever.
Oh yes,
But
quite hard.
hmm, uh, oh, good golly. Oh, that's what it was. So she's like rummaging through her bag, and she finally like remembers what it is. And she goes, "I did have a letter that I need to give you guys, but it's gone this morning. It must have blew out the window, or I must have left the window open or something. But he did tell me to tell you guys. He told me that you all would understand what it is. I don't know where the rest of you are, where Miles and Winslow are. Are they together? I would presume they're
Well,
together."
yeah, they kind of have to be for a while. And in all honesty, Miles has been kind of grumpy.
Okay, rude.
This time it wasn't my fault.
Okay, wrong.
Sure.
Hush,
Well,
boys.
what he said was he's not mad or upset and play into his hand, is what he said. And then she like folds up
Uh,
the paper. And
so,
Hmm?
so you think he's asking us to just go with the flow of whatever he's gonna do next?
I mm, as
I
she
mean,
like
play into his
looks
hand, right?
around. She like looks around at the tavern and she goes, "Again, I'm not too sure who the his is, but I would presume it's whoever you're seeing today."
Oh, so this could be a warning. Fun.
I think
Hey,
it's more so advice. As she like kind of just like pats your cheek twice lightly, and then she just kisses your little cheek and she goes, "I'm sorry I had to act the way I did last night. But now that you know more, I'm sure you understand my actions. I'll be waiting for your return at my home." And she just kind of starts walking off
can
and leaves.
can can
Yeah.
wait? Can hold? Um.
Hmm.
When this all gets settled, if I'm still alive, can it be my home too?
And she just looks. She goes, "You got quite a record I need to clean up first." As she walks out the door.
Wow, he proposed and got rejected.
Ah, it wasn't technically a no. Just saying.
Zaviniar just kind of like goes back to the tavern and says, "Could I have one beer
Oof.
and one whatever you got for breakfast? I'm feeling good."
And the like bartender's just like, "Yep, there you go." Now off
Oh,
to the other two. Winslow and Miles. So you both sleep at the church, minding your business, and you wake up to the smell of biscuits and gravy being made.
Well, it could be mice. It could have been mice being cooked.
Biscuits and gravy is what it smells like to you all, at least. And as you follow the smell, you see little Wallace Jr. with a little chef hat. Well, it's pretty big on him. And he has like a little apron and everything on. And he's whipping you guys up breakfast. And he's like, Father Brutus, I made you your food. Breakfast. And for your loyal servant that you purchased from the state. As he
Yes.
hands out you a plate and he goes, I made extra for your loyal servant if you want to feed them.
Winslow gives a snide look.
He can feed himself.
Okay.
You may leave it for him.
Mm-hmm. As he lays down a plate to you as well. And he just smiles.
Okay.
You're such a devout follower, Winslow. Tears start to bubble in his eyes. I thought he was a follower. As he goes to just start eating his own food as well. And he takes off his hat and you see a little mouse run away underneath from his hat.
Wait, I thought that the mice were... I mean, I get what you're going for here, but I thought that the mice were... Because he's raised by cats, I thought he'd treat mice more as food, you know.
Not that one, apparently. Wallace Jr. must love that mouse.
Must be
Yay,
something
Wallace
controlling
Jr.
controlling him into loving that mouse.
Yeah. Truly. Mind control mice.
Yes.
But, so you all eat your breakfast and...
Have a hasty discussion about what we're going to do with Hamlet now that we're away from Zeminiar.
Ooh.
Well, Winslow, what were you going to say that you couldn't say around Zeminiar?
I don't think I was going to say anything.
What? I thought surely you had a plan.
I can barely feed myself, apparently, in this town.
Yeah, that's in this town, but you don't have to act the part. You can think still. Just because the laws say that you're not allowed to, doesn't mean that you actually can't. Although Zeminiar surely acts like it. Alright, so I guess maybe he'll just divulge a little bit more about what he's going for, and then we can make a decision from there. Just keep your ears open and don't fall for any weird schemes.
Alright.
Alright, let's get back to the inn before something happens.
Yep. And all of you merge back up at the tavern. And you see Zeminiar and Harbo eating some breakfast at the bar, maybe at a table today. We'll say you guys are at a table of sorts. And you guys walk up to the table and you see them eating. What do you do?
Go join them.
Yes. After that.
Criticize Zeminiar about something.
All right. Go on. Criticize him.
Yeah. You're wearing your pants backwards.
Zeminiar, while chewing his food, opens like one of his happily closed eyes and goes and says, "If my pants were on backwards, my tail wouldn't be the thing flopping around." And then continues to eat.
Whatever.
Some woman walks by. Scandalous.
I'm a tiefling, baby.
She just runs away, crying. No.
Still eating. I wonder if I'm part of a sin family or something. I do like to drink a lot.
So You all then, well, Miles, I'll say Miles had the letter this whole time. You guys realize that your meetup spot and rendezvous moment to meet up with Mina is soon. Do you guys start to head out or talk about anything, maybe?
I'm gonna
We've
have
talked
to
enough.
say, oh, hey, Miles. Quick thing before we do a meetup. I got
We've talked enough.
talk. What?
Nothing. I didn't want you to tell me that you've changed the plan in any way.
Oh, well, actually, I kind of developed a plan for today's meeting. Thanks to a meeting with Martha, actually.
Oh, so
She
she
came in
developed the
and
plan, and you're gonna relay her plan to me.
yes.
All right.
Well, it's actually Harold's plan relayed to Martha, relayed to me, to relay to you.
Amazing. When does Hamlet fall into the line?
Well, you see, that's the part of the plan. We're gonna play into his hand.
Aha. And because Hamlet has some influence on you, I can trust you when you tell me to play into his hand.
Hmm.
Because it's vetted by Hamlet in your alter ego.
Well, you see, you have a very delicious point. But, um, Harold came up with this plan. I'm still the one trying to relay the point to you. Haribo was there. Damn it.
Yeah, I was there.
Oh, Haribo, you sound a little bit more. Huh. Something's different. Did you catch a cold?
No, I just have food in my mouth.
Oh, did you recover from a cold?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. Well, I would say
Woo.
what Miss Lady Martha told him in a very nice tone that after she looked through her bag, I thought she was getting me a snack, but she wasn't. And I thought she was going to have something much more important to say, but all she said was, it wasn't a snack. Oh, yes, that Prince Harold was not upset or mad, and that, oh, and that we were supposed to play into his hand. And Zaminiar was like, oh, into Bloopity Blues? And it was like, no. And Lady Martha had to coach him and walk him through that. I think she was talking about Harold saying play into Hamlet's hand. And then Zaminiar asked Miss Martha to marry him, and she said he had a record to clean, but I don't know what records are. I just wanted the food. And then I got served a plate of food and I stopped paying attention.
You know, while that's very
Okay,
believable,
you see how.
I find very much of
No.
that hard to believe.
Okay, with how much embarrassing crap was in there, I'm gonna say that was all 100% true. Every last bit of that. Just
You expect
so
me
you'll
to
believe
believe?
me.
You expect me to believe that you proposed to Lady Martha in this inn? No ring, nothing to
Yes,
show for
absolutely.
it. No status
Bartender.
symbol.
The bartender just looks over with like double bags under his eyes and just slowly nods. He goes, he asked for a beer when she rejected him.
Absurd.
Oh God, this sounds so sad. Out of context, it sounds like the saddest thing happened to me. Like somebody are so happy right now. And everyone's just like, dude, you got fucking dubs and now he's getting drunk.
Oh, God.
What are your thoughts?
Do you believe it now? It's come from three sources. Only one of them is me, and all of the information is not great on my end. What more could you ask for? It's literally a plan that's presented by a smarter person than myself, and you got to learn embarrassing details of my day. What about this is so hard to believe now?
Alright, I guess I'll go with it.
What if we were to meet up with Harold quickly before the meeting?
They already
Yeah.
left.
Oh.
I think. I don't know.
Yeah,
Lady
let-
Martha walked out the door and we didn't follow her. Maybe they are just sitting out there. Did you guys see them?
No.
Then yeah, they're gone. Just like the food on my plate. Yum, yum, yum.
I'm pretty sure he ate other people's food too.
At the table, yes. They left it. Can't leave waste. That's what my family taught me in the forest. Never to waste food. You never know when you're going to get your next meal.
Wasn't your
why
family
does
just squirrels?
Well, I ate a lot of nuts and berries, and they were really hard to find.
I just feel like this is exactly what Haribo would say, but if he was like an adorable character from Rick and Morty.
Wow, wheeze, Minior.
Mr. Poop.
Yeah, it just feels like Poopy Butthole. That's what it was this whole time. I was like, why does it feel like Mr. Poopy Butthole?
Wow, wheeze, Minior. Oh, ATP, where are you? I can't.
And you're like changing color while sounding like Mr. Poopy Butthole. It's great.
Just fucking running through Rainbow Road on Mario Kart.
Oh,
I know, Cusco. Well, you all hear some. Actually, can you all make perception checks for me? My
Holy
favorite
shit.
role.
It's the best one.
Well, you know.
I just realized we haven't done a lot of rolling in this session. It's like an
No.
hour. It's
Well, we
over
spent
an
a
hour
lot
in,
of
I think.
time discussing
Yeah, the plan.
Yeah, for once we were
Plan.
planning.
a plan.
The plange.
We gotta.
Wow. Accurate.
My
The-
character sheet is taking a long time to pull up.
Wow. Maybe I should roll for me as well. No, just fuck it. Why not? We're already here.
Plant
Wow.
TM.
Do I notice
that mean?
anything outside?
Oh, plan TM.
Nope. I don't notice anything outside. Good golly.
Good golly, Miss Molly.
Wowee.
Oh, wait, did we lose Chrysalis? Never mind. we
Reload.
got-
My roll 20 is acting
Bing.
silly.
Being roll 20.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
One moment, please.
Do 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 do.
Oh my god. While we're giving her a moment, I'm going to tell you guys a stupid moment from the other day.
Someone thought I was
there
the
was
voice actor for Kroger once.
That's awesome.
Just we said one moment, please, and it like sparked that memory in my head, and it made me chuckle. But we got the roll in, so we'll have to wait for the other day, another time. So, Winslow, Miles, and Harbo all notices. Miniar, somehow you don't. You're just over the moon about your happiness that you've incurred at this point. And so you all look out the window, except for Zeminiar, because he's like, wow, she totally said yes. And absolutely. And you all hear like this commotion. Miles and Winslow, you hear pretty much what's being said. I'll say Harbo just kind of notices a commotion. And then Zeminiar, you notice everyone looking out the window and you're like, clearly something's happening. And what you hear people saying, they're like, she's there. She's gathering in the courtyard. Do you see her? The woman is beautiful, gorgeous. She's getting ready in the courtyard of the Blably Blue, which you all know is where you need to be meeting Miss Mina, Lady Mina. And
well, let's go to the courtyard of the Blue-de Blue.
Yeah, let's go to the courtyard of the doobly-doo. The one, the only doobly-blue.
Yeah, and with that shift change, we're going to take a quick like 5-minute break or so, just to kind
Oh,
of
sweet Jesus, yes.
do our thingamajig. So we'll be right back in 5 minutes, y'all, when we get to start the. It has.
We're back. We
Woo!
did it.
We
came
did it.
back.
I hope everyone got some nice
Let me
drinks.
see, Mo.
They got the juice. They got the juice. It's cold. But and then you guys also got some food to munch on, because that's what our group was doing just now. After Ziminiar got rejected on a proposal, but it hasn't hit him yet, so he's still happy.
Rejected.
You just got rejected.
It's more so he got like a
Hey,
pending
hey, hey.
request. He got a request to
he just
follow, and she
He
hasn't
just knows that
responded.
he has to like make her list shorter. That's all he has to worry about is not adding to the list.
Oh, well.
Exactly. So, and you guys heard a
Is-
commotion outside. And that it's time for you all to meet up at the rendezvous point to meet Lady Mina to go visit Prince Hamlet.
Oh, great.
And you all were heading out those to go and meet Mina.
Good news though, we made a plan.
A plange.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's to roll with it.
it's trademarked. You can't talk about it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's trademarked. We just gotta feed into whatever bullshit we're being fed.
Rule number 1 about the plan: don't talk about the plan.
And
Okay,
as
we'll
you
just
all... Yes. So you all walk and you meet to the spot, and you notice walking up around like the same time, you guys just see this cart being carried by men, like those really fun with just like the poles. Forget what they're called right now, and it's just carried by men. And she has a group of probably like 15 dudes with her, all shirtless, of course, and just cuz, and they are carrying her up to the rendezvous point. She moves the little like cloth veil that's on her cart,
Palanquin.
and she
Or
looks.
Rickshaws, that's what they're called.
What are they called?
Rickshaws.
Yeah.
Oh, thought palanquin.
Really?
No, they're palanquins.
Because isn't rickshaw like a prison? No, that's
No.
Shawshank. Nope.
Yeah, a rickshaw originally denoted a 2 or 3-wheeled passenger cart, known as a pulled rickshaw, generally pulled by one person carrying a passenger. I only
No,
had to
I
look
think-
it up because you questioned me, so I questioned me.
No, I think she's going for a palanquin.
Yeah,
Pretty
with
sure.
like the
No
4
wheels.
poles. It's only no wheels. It's only carried by people. Like dudes throw it on like their shoulder, and she like sits in it.
Oh yeah, the royalty kind of thing.
Yeah,
Like in
yeah,
Egypt.
exactly like that.
Fancy.
Yeah. God, I can't believe I mixed that up with Shawshank Redemption. I'm cackling. But I was like, isn't that a prison? But so she is like at this point, she like moves the little like cloth veil, and she like eyes you all up and down. Like you just slowly see her eyes just kind of look at all of you, and then she just shrugs her shoulders. She goes, I guess you're well enough to be granted entrance. Good job, all of you. Follow us and you'll be allowed into his palace, okay?
Okay.
And you all walk up with her. And at this point, well, she's sitting in her little like fun thing. And the rest of you are walking. And you get to like this wall, almost like this inner sanctum wall, it seems, just in the town. And you notice that the security here is like almost double than what it is in Benedict. Like there is at least 50 men on this side of the wall alone, like 2 or more at each post, 4 guards at the direct door. Like it is just stacked for people. And you see like not really a long line in either. There's just a lot of people outside of it, and you see some people angry trying to throw tomatoes or something, and they're getting like arrested and pulled away, and a guard immediately is like replacing the dude that walks away. And you all get to the front, and they let her entourage in pretty quickly, as they've seen him before. And as you all get up closer, one of the guards is like, may we have all your weapons, please?
Yeah, sure.
Fine.
Haribo just kind
Sure.
of looks and he goes, "My walking stick?"
So innocent.
Your weapons, sir.
A walking stick
My
isn't a
walking
weapon.
stick.
You're horrible. You just hold on to that. That's not a weapon. And I pass
Okay.
over my dagger, and I hold on to my walking stick as well.
I slowly and hesitantly give over my battle axe.
Crusty
This feels
battle.
illegal and wrong.
Oh wait, I have like 4 different daggers to give over.
Mm-hmm.
I have
Wait, does
two
this
wit.
mean I also have to give up my hunting trap to you, sir? Because I guess it's a weapon. I used it once like that, but not
Arbo, don't ask
traditionally?
questions. Anything dangerous, hand it over.
Okay.
My
Okay.
brand new sword, or my new red whip.
So Haribo
The
goes
dagger.
to get behind Miles and just starts pushing him towards the guards.
No, what? No. Stop it.
You're dangerous!
I smack Harbo on the head.
Ah!
Knock it off.
And you guys hand over anything that's dangerous, and they do a final pat down on all of you, and you get the clearance. And as soon as you walk through the second set of doors, you notice that Mina is no longer in her travel cart, her travel box, and she's now like walking with you guys. And as soon as you guys get on the other side, can all of you make an Arcana check for me?
Oh my god, I actually have a reason to do it for once.
Would sleight of hand be just as good?
No,
What
Arcana.
about deception?
No.
Deception. I
So
can totally feel this magic. Ooh.
all of you except for Winslow, which is very
Oh.
fitting, all of you notice this just very familiar weakness. It's not as strong, but it's definitely weakness. And Winslow, you don't notice much difference, but you remember it as the weakness you felt when you were in the Silent Benedict world. And it is just magically you all feel nice and weaky. Little wimpy.
This again.
And Mina looks at all of you and she goes, "Is something wrong?"
Yeah,
Haribo just
what's...
kind of shakes his head.
You know what? No, nothing's good. It's all good. It's all good. Fine. Fair. Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
There's just
And
the
as-
smell here, you know.
No, it's probably all the flowers. And as you all look up, you see just like the most lavish fucking garden with like the big palm tree leaf plants and just like super exotic, over the top, rich garden courtyard right in the front.
Actually,
And
it's
you all-
probably the manure.
Of the outside city.
Mhm.
Prince Hamlet tends to try to mask it. So how do you all know him? As you guys are just kind of walking.
We went to the same
How
high
do-
school. That's a joke. We didn't.
What's a high school?
What
Yeah.
school?
No. Yeah, of course. Of course. Well, you see, I was a priest in the church she frequented. Oh, well, good enough.
You're a priest?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep it vague. Yeah. And we talked a few times here and there. And it's just nice to catch up with him if possible.
And the rest of you?
We're with him.
Yes.
Well,
She
Winslow is my
look-
nods.
manservant. I'm pretty sure they're all my manservants.
That sounds so convincing. I'm pretty sure they're my servants.
Well, I don't have to roll deception for it. That's just because it's true.
Interesting. As she just kind of keeps walking. And just like you notice on the inside, could you actually all make some perception checks for me?
Maybe I can.
This is either going to be good or bad or oh, cool. I never fucking noticed.
Yeah.
None of you notice it. All right. So you all are just walking on still. And she's looking around, and you notice that she's like kind of almost stalling in a sense.
Can I talk to her and ask how
Yeah.
she knows Hamlet? How did she even, like, what's she doing on this side of the sea?
How do I know Prince Hamlet? Well, and she like almost like she stops herself from it. She goes, the appropriate answer is I've traveled all this way, of course, to deal with him in a possible trade between my land and his.
Oh, interesting. What, I'm sure there are plenty of... But we recovered all our spell slots, right? Just asking.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so... What, are the terms of this trade agreement? I'm sure that's very, not privileged information that you could tell anyone on the street, right?
I can't tell anyone, even considering you.
No, it's so sad.
I mean, do I have a reason to trust you?
No, but more importantly, what are the religious deities like where you're from?
It doesn't really rule our lands that much. Most people who believe in the divines are usually, well, not necessarily casted aside, but they live freely in their own clergy homes and towns.
Strange. What an interesting place.
But overall, they it's much more cold up there, and we are much more focused on other things than religion currently.
What other things?
Well, my land's currently in a war with itself, but nothing too dangerous.
What do you mean? That sounds plenty dangerous.
No, it's the north and the south. They're always getting into fights and such. Nothing too awful, but more so resources are just getting short, and well, there's opportunity here with egg to grow. But whenever I do get the chance to talk with Prince Hamlet, of course, about it, I'm more so talking with someone else, it seems, with all of that, or at least being blocked, but it is what it is. So, why are you all really here?
Well, as mentioned, we're catching up with an old friend.
Yeah, we'd like to possibly meet with a guy named Sullivan, maybe?
We did talk about this before.
Yes.
His physician.
Well, and Hamlet as well.
Did you say physician?
Yes.
Is he the one who... Hamlet used to have a spate of illnesses back when he was a younger man. Is this physician the reason he's become so well, I guess?
I don't have any opinions on him, as I shouldn't. It's not my business, nor will it be my business to gossip about such things. And as you all are like heading up this like winding, like kind of outdoors, like arched staircase at this point, and you guys, you could tell you're getting close to the room, and she just kind of looks around, and she goes, "Whatever you do, do not cause any trouble, please."
Trouble? No, that ain't us.
Yeah, we've already caused you enough trouble, so we'll just go with it, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well, just so you know, he might not be in the best of moods. And as you all get to a door, and she opens it, and it is a large door. She kind of walks in. I get to go to this fun screen. And you see this giant, fun pillar room. Of course, people are inside as well, and a good, enormous amount of people. You all notice, though, when you walk in, there's just this heaviness in this room. Probably the just openness of it all. And you see in the window that's closest to him on his left, you notice that everyone's just kind of looking up in there in awe. And as you see a man just hanging in that room from the ceiling.
Oh.
By his hands?
Oh no, by like he's hanging
By his neck.
from yes.
Oh.
And you see Hamlet sitting in the chair, obviously on the throne, and it seems like there's a large scroll that he's kind of reviewing. And you notice Mina does not address him at all. She like bows down, and then she just walks off into a room to the side and not moving his eyes or anything. He just kind of sits there, and you don't see Solomon in there amongst all the men. And he just keeps reading as you all are just kind of standing down at the bottom of the stairs, kind of similar to where this one dude is. And he's just staying silent.
Oh. Wow. Who wants to start?
Why don't you, Miles?
Oh, okay, yes. I step forward and I kind of like bow and say, Prince Hamlet, it's a pleasure to see you in good health.
And when he looks up officially, and after you finally address him, like one of the guards steps to the side, and you guys fully get like a decent look at him. Can I get another perception check, all of you?
Oh goodness, I hope I didn't swing and miss.
Please, you don't have a battle axe.
Oh, true, yeah. They took that away at the door.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Harbo, you are the only one that notices it. Everyone else, you think, yep, looks like older Hamlet. But Harbo, when you look at him, you notice that this dude is looking tired. Like, he looks exhausted and a little thin almost. And you could tell he's stressed. And then he just kind of looks up when you address him. And he's just like, it's been a while. How are all of you?
Haribo bows down super low. I don't want to control that NPC. No, I don't. And he says, "How have you been, sir? Have you been getting enough sleep?"
As much as I can.
What does that mean?
I'm a busy man, Haribo. What can I help you all with?
Get more sleep.
Well, what Haribo means is Um,
If you're worried of my health, I'm doing as well as I can.
actually, it's in slight regard. More to the person who's helping you with that. Your physician.
You mean my advisor, Solomon?
Yes.
What about him?
Well, would we be able to meet with him at some point?
So you're asking where he is currently?
Where he is currently, if you could possibly set us up with a meeting, or
An
really, like,
introduction.
yes, that.
Well, you and I both would like to know the answer to that question. He left 3 days ago and has not been seen, at least formally seen, in 3 days. Last I knew, I had word of where he might have been, but still looking into it fully, trying to find the men to look into it.
Well, we are men, and as you know, we don't have any
We're men in
particular
tights.
work. We have tights. We are quite capable, and I'm sure we could find it.
We haven't failed your family once, twice, or even 4 times.
Yeah, I'm really like trying to sell this right now, and it's hard.
I step away from Ziminyar in case anyone's like gonna miss him and hit me with their spear.
and I don't know what kind of mission. By the way, I'm fully. This is going with performance because it's not deception. I am 100% being honest with what I'm saying here. So I'm gonna do a performance. Oh, that sucks. So I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say based off of that 3. And so let me like like we could, if we succeed you find him, if we don't maybe we die.
I'm,
Ta-da.
I'm not really sure where you're going with this.
What are you wanting with my advisor? And don't think about lying.
Well,
If I could
well,
step in, we've had some troubles and difficulties in the past few years, and having looked into it a little bit, we came upon the name of Solomon. That seemed to come up somewhat frequently, and so obviously you know of Solomon. We're just trying to maybe understand him a little better, like why perhaps we've had troubles in the past, what maybe he was trying to accomplish, and maybe you could tell us something about him, like what kind of man he is.
Mm-hmm. But that's not telling me what you want with him.
okay, look, I'm
We just want to meet him and talk. That's what we want.
Why?
Miles.
I just
Miles.
told you we've had problems in the past that we want to
Miles.
resolve.
Miles, if it's
Right.
Hamlet, let's just play
Yeah.
into it.
Go for it, Simonier. Tell him.
All right, I'm not gonna say this in my usual fashion. I'm just one of us, who I cannot say, it's his decision to say, has a reason to find him, possibly involving a ailment. And I have been literally trying to find him since you were a child. I know we didn't really get to talk much, but I'm sure you might have it in your memory somewhere that I have wanted to find him. I wouldn't be surprised if you knew I wanted to find him. Uh, it was initially to do him harm, but as of lately, I just have more questions to ask than I have feelings of violence. And as Smiles said, he has given us a lot of grief. But since we're still alive, the questions outweigh the violence feelings. So, if you want him alive, and we find him, by his promise, pointing at Miles, that I, being under his. Dominier closes his eyes and, like, hangs his head low. His ownership.
Oh, good. Wait, can I get that in
That-
writing?
Don't push it.
Well,
That
my word's
I'll.
not gonna mean much without that.
I'm. We're talking to a prince. I'm pretty sure he can officiate.
Yes, I'm sure he'll have to.
But in any case, if I do anything that would harm him and you do not want harm to him, and I am giving him full permission to sell me to you, and I have a feeling that you could do a lot more harm to me than him, and he would like that. So, that's as far as I can say. It's up to whoever I was talking about if they want to speak their piece. But I think you already know, because you're Hamlet. And Zminiar just kind of stops there, holding out his hand, pointing, like notioning at Hamlet while saying, "You're Hamlet to Hamlet."
He kind of like stands up. Hold on, I thought Cusco was about to vomit.
No.
Yeah, no. It's like been hacking on like a hair he was making. But I think he's good now. Good, buddy? Think? You done? Okay. So, he like kind of like puts he like hands the scroll off to someone else and he stands up and he like slowly walks down and he's like, you wanted to cause harm to my advisor. And now you're saying that my advisor has caused one of you a condition that I presume is very obvious. And as he's like walking down the stairs to you all, and at this point you all are pretty much kneeling because the guards are like kind of like tapping you on the backs of your like ankles, like get the fuck down. Like you all get down. And he just kind of walks up to Haribo and he just puts a hand like gently petting Haribo. He's like, I wish I could help more, but that'd be rather selfish of me. Anyways, I have a lead of where he might be. And if you guys want to go and find him, or at least see if he's there, I can have one of the guards give you a map. And of course, I would pay you handsomely. Does 1,000 gold split evenly between all of you seem like a fair price?
Yeah, you can give like about 4 of mine to him, and
Mm-hmm.
and you're on you're poaching it. Miles, what do I call him? He's as a
Well, he's
high.
a prince, so you're.
Were you
Okay,
gonna call
yes.
him your poachiness?
Yes. As I actually was gonna call him the poachiness, but I forgot he wasn't the poach. Your Excellence. I don't know what you
That's a
meant
good
by
one.
being selfish, but I can wholeheartedly say that if it's something that could, I don't know, if it's a little selfish, it's fine. Like seriously, we've helped a little, but we've helped everyone in your family be a little selfish. It's okay if it's your turn.
Yeah, tell
It's
us.
not. But as he like just kind of like motions over, like 2 fingers over to a guard, and he goes, "So you all are accepting the job? Yes."
I mean, are you guys? I am. It's 1,000 gold.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, draft the paperwork up also so that I can control Zeminiar.
Seeing Zeminiar is not of a enslaved race, no. But here's the map of where you may find Solomon at. And he looks back at all of you, and just like you could tell there's a difference in his tone. And now that he's up close, the rest of you can see that this man has been busting ass and been tired as shit. And he goes, "Be sure you bring him back alive. I need to have a few words with him. Then you can have your way with him. Just be a bit more patient, will you?" As he then just like graces like Zeminiar's chin and just kind of holds it up, looking at him. "If you do end up killing him before, don't bother attempting to come back and get any sort of pay or explaining yourselves out of it. I should also mention this before you leave. I did manage to gather someone rather important to you all, and if death comes to my dear Solomon before his return, I will make sure the person that I have meets the same fate. Do I make myself clear?"
I
Hamlet,
suppose you do.
Fantastic.
I literally don't know how I could say any further that I don't think I can literally do anything against you. So, yeah.
Interesting. Well, you all may leave. As like he goes to turn, like 4 guards just like walk up behind him, just like blocking him like a wall as he gets all the way back up to like his little area wherever he was, the throne. There we go. I was like, whatever the fuck he was before this. And he goes, "Did you have anything else for me, or were you ready to leave?" And once he sits down, the guards just kind of like move out of your way.
Actually, I do have a question for you, Prince Hamlet.
Mm-hmm.
You know where I could learn more about aura?
No.
What?
I'm not too sure what you're talking about.
And Haribo just kind of glares at him for a little bit. I'm sure you don't.
Can I at least insight this?
Yeah.
You know, about the aura, but also about, I guess, I'm assuming he was talking about Martha earlier, but it could also be Harold. So I was just wanting to see if I could figure out who that would be about too.
You cannot insight on who he has. You have a few
Okay.
ideas because you've seen. Unfortunately,
Right.
your whole cast of friends have been here tonight,
Yeah.
or in the town, so it's hard to tell who. But you
Right,
do
right.
insight that he genuinely has no idea on the aura.
Uh-huh. Can I understand? Well, I also have no idea what Harbo's talking about, so that's not terribly concerning.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe, if you don't have any knowledge about Aura, do you know where I can learn about chain devils, sir?
Well, there's several libraries that cover those species, along with any magic college or so would probably be your best bet.
Is there one around here?
There is. The Blessed Letters and Texts.
Miles, I may need your assistance.
I bet, since you can't read.
Maybe
you still
I'll
haven't
work
learned
with
to read,
Zaminiar instead.
Harpo.
I'm trying! It's
So
hard!
you learned how to read maps a little.
And Haribo just folds his arms and starts pouting. It's hard.
He knows north, south, east, and west.
I was recently reading about a method that could help, but we haven't had a chance to implement it yet. So, one last question, Hamlet. If you could wish for anything, no matter how selfish, what would it be?
I don't have wishes. I just want to do good in the world.
Well, that's not
As he
much
just
of an
smiles.
answer. Wait, can I insight that? How
Yeah.
much good does he really want to do in the world?
Yeah.
That one guy's just inciting everything.
I'm very insightful.
Ooh.
So
Oh
you
my.
know that he most certainly probably had a wish or two, but has never acted on it. And has very much been he's holding back. You can definitely tell he is holding back and lying on that answer.
Right. You know, rulership isn't all it's cracked up to be. You have to sometimes take breaks for your mental, physical, spiritual health. But I don't have to tell you that. Farewell, Prince Hamlet.
Anybody else?
Mm,
Nope.
I I don't know why I think that you'd ever answer this, but who is it that you have? I won't get weird or dangerous or stupid or anything. I've already told you, I don't think I can deny you.
You're asking who I have.
Yeah, I mean, we already aren't planning on doing any harm to him. And, I've already technically sold my services to you if we do, so yeah, not really wanting to piss you off and then be under your service. So
Well,
maybe give a
no, I won't tell you who I have.
oh, I
Just
tried.
know they're being well taken care of for now.
It's just sunny. It's always been sunny.
That's okay.
Oof,
Well,
throwback.
who?
Throwback
Oh.
there.
I don't know. Friggin'. I think there was a question I wanted to ask you at some point.
Anything
Wait.
else? Anyone else you want to ask me about?
Bueller.
Oh, who's the poach right now?
Ari?
Yes.
Harry?
Mm-hmm.
How's his family doing?
Wouldn't know. They're in Florentine and I'm here.
But Florentine is all A-okay, so yeah.
Sure
All right,
it
I'm good.
is.
What? No, never mind. Never mind. Not important. Not important. Let's mission at hand. Go to the place on map, find your position, bring him back, don't hurt him, and gold. Gold.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, unfortunately, there is a complication with that. And that last time we ran into him, he incapacitated us quite quickly, and I'm not entirely sure how to get around that.
And are you sure it was him?
No, I'm just told it was
I-
him by a member of our.
I
Zimmer
can assure you it was him.
And you
look.
just fell asleep as soon as you went in front of him?
Well, I said incapacitated, but that's the
Okay,
drift.
so all right, so you remember that thing that everyone got real mad at us for before we came into being again and popped up and
I'm
everyone
not sure
found
you have
us?
to tell them
Yeah.
everything here, but
Well, yeah, I'm just saying. Like it was around that time. So we actually got knocked out by him. That's where we went. We lost all that time to him. We walked into a area. Believe it was a house that we were on a mission to see what was going on inside of it. We walked in. Something happened that made us fall asleep. When I turned around, I saw a face I would never forget. Because he's kind of the whole reason why I even got involved with any of you. Any of you, really. It just he
It
knocked me out a
sounds
long time
like you
ago.
all came in contact with what's being known as the Roofie Peach.
The Roofie Peach.
Sorry?
Exactly. It's been a fun new thing
What?
that the Thieves Guild was working up on a while back. Only a few people have access to it.
Are you just guessing that he may have used it on us, or are you saying he absolutely has access to it?
I'm not saying either of those. It's just based on the situation and what I've seen it do.
what does it do?
Is there
Pretty much instant knockout dust.
And
is there a
everyone,
way to avoid the knockout?
Well, I wouldn't know that.
and everyone has the same dream when they're knocked out, right?
Mm, I wouldn't know. I've never used it.
Okay, so
I've just heard what the reports say
is
on
there
those
any
who
chance
have
that we
been
could
affected by it.
in order to find him, I have to ask, you have a lot of authority. Would we be able to ask local guards to help us out if needed, or would you like us to keep this matter private?
It's private to those in this room.
All right. And is there any reason we should expect him to not want to come back? Like, are we gonna have to possibly rough him up a little bit? I'm not saying because I want to. I'm saying if you haven't seen him for days, and that sounds strange considering he's your advisor and physician.
When did you all get into town?
Oh, about the same time, really.
Well, what he was going on about before he had left, he seemed all shaken up and such, and saying he had a feeling that someone was out to get him and he ran.
Oh boy.
I assume that my advisor was
Ow.
right on the nose with seeing you all here now.
Hmm. Hmm. So he knows when we're coming. Look,
I wouldn't know.
look. I'm not gonna lie. I'm guessing if this guy's good enough to be a physician, he doesn't really have a reason to be afraid of us. I mean, are you afraid of us? I mean, that's a bad question. But like, no one should. Like, you know what our track record is. He knows what our track record is. If you know what our track record is, why would he be afraid of us?
Maybe it wasn't you that he was afraid of. Maybe it's whatever
That's,
you all are connected to.
that's a good point.
It's an interesting concept. My
Just
bad,
an
guys.
idea. Solomon's a very intuitive and conceptual human being, I should say.
Are you sure about
You know what?
that last
I'm
part?
just.
Human being? You're sure?
No, he's not. He's an Asmar, I think.
Very interesting.
But
Wow.
what's
how
more
about those-
interesting
so-
is you all showing up and him running. He was pretty
Yeah,
loyal
actually-
beforehand.
Oh, I'm sure he's still loyal. I'm sure he's just scared of Ziminyar if he's an Asimar, you know.
Are
Tieflings
you
and
scared of
Asimars,
me?
Well, it's it's like dichotomy. One's a devil, one's an angel. Funny, right?
Wait, but why would he be scared of me? He's literally knocked me out dozens of, well, at least once, at least twice. Okay, he's knocked me out twice. And I
Right.
guess that's another question I guess you would be able to answer, maybe. But why does your guy go around knocking people out? I literally have no memories before he knocked me out the first time I met him.
Sounds like a question you'll get to ask him once you bring him here.
So you don't know him being the knocky outy boy at all? You don't. He doesn't normally do that. That's just something he does in his free time that you're not aware of.
Not saying that, it's more so he's my advisor. I do trust him to an extent.
Uh, how did he build that trust with you?
Apparently, he's been a close friend of Pochari's and whatnot.
Interesting. So these are the questions you have to ask to find out about Solomon.
Uh, well, I got no other questions. Talking to Hamlet is like talking to Hamlet.
Well, you guys have no one else you want to pry and ask me about?
What about other
Certainly.
Hamlets?
Why is
Hmm?
why does your brother kind of seem like he's afraid of that Mina lady?
Harold, you mean to tell me the public's favorite prince, Harold?
I'm sensing some hostility.
The one that's scared of Lady Mina? He's scared of something?
I mean, he bowed to
What
her
you
out of respect,
did!
and I.
Hmm. My,
Well,
what my brother is.
hey, look, I could have been. I could have possibly misread the situation. I'm just not used to seeing any of you acting. Well, actually, I'm only used to you really acting royal. Everyone else, he always just acts like a knight, and maybe that's why he was bowing. And your sister is your sister.
Last I
Who-
knew, my brother was all nice and broken up because he fell in love with the one woman that he was not supposed to fall in love with. The irony in that situation. Sounds like the rest of the kingdom is truly becoming more and more of a mess. Lucky
least
for
we
me,
have
all
to-
I have to do is focus on my job here.
Yeah,
Lucky.
see, that's what I mean. It could have just been that he is doing his nightly thing. You focus on on fixing the messes that everyone else starts, and your sister, I don't know, does backflips somewhere probably.
Mm. My sister Gilly.
Yeah, wherever she is.
What do you mean, wherever she was? Is she missing?
I thought
Wait,
that,
hold on.
I thought that
Hold
Hamlet
up,
knew
that-
that she was missing.
Yeah, didn't he know? I could have swore everyone we were not supposed to know that she was alive or found.
Yeah, in fact, I found this whole kind of situation kind of, what's the word? Gauche about Ziminier talking about Hamlet's dead sister, so carefree and blasé.
I was unaware that she was even missing.
Wow.
Oh,
Well, we certainly did say
Wait.
that.
And he's kind of like, you could tell in his face, he just kind of looks a bit more sad. And he's like, but I'm sure my also older brother, Prince Harold, is taking care of it. They seem to trust him greatly.
did you not? You really didn't know?
Do I look like someone that has the time to keep up with everything else going on in the continent?
Hmm. Well, you're one of the most powerful men on the continent. I feel like if anyone has the time to, or the power to say what he was going to do, you'd be one of them.
Power is much different than time.
But imagine if it were not that different.
Don't, please don't.
You'd be surprised.
Oh no.
Not that surprised, after all.
Uh, so, anyways, yeah. Who let me talk? We should go.
Again, I was just letting you, go.
Hmm.
It was good
Also-
seeing you again.
Another lead, if you end up finding her, I heard Solomon had a daughter. I think he mentioned her once or twice. Her name in passing.
Oh.
Oh.
Who's that?
Oh, what was her name? It was very short. Started with a C. As he's like looking around at the guards, he's like, "Does anyone remember?" And
Was
he
it
just like,
Clara?
"Yes." How'd you know that?
Oh no!
Mm,
We have to get to the library.
right now.
Well, seeing you all are leaving, I will take my leave as well to be with Lady Mina. Good luck, you all.
Oh, are they? No, never mind. Good luck. Have a good time. Bye.
Goodbye. And that is where we end tonight's session. Bum ba da dum. And I
Clara.
hope Clara. And I hope everybody that joined had a good old time. I know I did. I appreciate all of you. We will be back with more D&D on the 6th of September at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. As always, probably be late. And if you want to know if we're late, guess what? You could check all of our social medias and our Discord. And then let's say you came late to the stream because you did not see our post because you don't follow us on social media. Well, guess what? You'll see the VODs on YouTube. They're there. And if you want to watch other streams that we do, because we do a bunch of other stuff, like Thursday, we play, not we, Zero plays the good old LD ring at like 5:30.
I know we were
Yeah.
asked about Minecraft too. Is there any Minecraft in plans?
We gotta figure something out about that. Actually, there's
We got a bunch
an
of fun
issue.
stuff. We got a bunch
Yeah.
of fun stuff with Minecraft going on, but we do have some older Minecraft streams up of me and Zero, but myself and Zero, I should say, and possibly we usually play Minecraft on Mondays every now and then. And then Fridays every other week or so, we tend to play the forest. But this Friday is a special one, guys, because we are playing Gartic Phone yet again at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time this Friday, the 26th. We're playing Gartic Phone again, and I am very excited. So join us on all of those streams. Happy birthday if it's your birthday, and we will talk to you all next time.
Yay!
Toodles.
Happy birthday, all the happy birthdays. Bye.
It's corn.
Bye.